Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you back to my channel if you are returning, and I want to thank you so much for returning. It's exciting as some of you have started to communicate, which is my love language. I like to hear from you. Please comment below as we're going to discuss the topic of red light therapy today, and let me know, have you done it? Do you know about how good it is for you? Do you know the difference between red light therapy and near infrared? Because there's actually a difference between the two, and we're going to break it down today and talk about it. And I'm going to talk about some of my favorite tools that I am using in my own life. When I did my very first biblical certification for becoming a health coach, they had a whole segment on the benefits of near infrared light therapy. And I'm not going to get too deep here, but the studies are pretty amazing on all the things that it can do as far as targeting inflammation and also helping with hair growth. There have been some studies through Stanford that have shown definite positive results with it, stimulating hair growth and anti-aging, and also addressing inflammation as you get that powerful near infrared light that actually reaches to the joint. And it makes a lot of sense on how this happens. But I have been in an infrared sauna. I actually enjoy because I enjoy sweating. I'm not a natural sweater, and sweating is super important. So I made myself sweat, and man, it has changed my life. It has really changed my life and just really helped my body to feel better and to look better. But when you partner that with the infrared, it is so powerful because as we are sweating out toxins, we're also wrapping the body in that light therapy that is so good for the mitochondria and helping to improve electron transportation. I work with a chiropractor as I developed a weight loss program. It's called A Better Way to Weight Loss. We just launched it. Super exciting, and I'll be talking more about that later. But in his office, he has what's called the contour light. You can go and you can look it up for yourself. And it is, oh my gosh, the Daddy Mac. It is an amazing mat that wraps around you. And then it has this mask that the mask actually looks kind of intimidating. It's super big. And just when you look at the amount of lights that that has in it, it's just like you can barely see an area that has been missed because it is super intense and drives deep into the system. And so there is that difference between the red and the near infrared as far as how deep it goes into the skin and how many layers it penetrates into. And that is amazing. I'm going to get on it when I have a chance, but you lay on it for about 25 minutes, just wrapped and covered from head to toe. And they have some amazing before and afters with weight loss, with skin elasticity, and with people feeling better in general as far as their joints and their health. It's absolutely amazing. So I think that that website is contourlight.com, and you can go and read about some of that yourself. I am feeling slightly under the weather, and so if I sound a little different, that's why, but I didn't want that to stop me as I am drinking my mullein, peppermint, and hawthorn tea to help break it up. And here's the funny thing. Well, it's not funny. I typically do not get sick, but if I feel a tinge, I know what to do. And so it doesn't last very long. So my daughter came to visit, and bless her heart, she was kind of at the tail end of, do you need me?
Are you recording?
I am.
So you're not live.
Mm-mm. When your pizza's ready, I want to bite.
Yeah.
So my daughter comes home. She thinks she's at the tail end of her sickness, but my gosh, she is like coughing up a lung every day. So I made her take a shot of my oregano that I tinctured, which she thought she was going to die, but it really did help. So anyway, I'm not worried about it. I'm never really worried about it when I'm around sick people. As a hairstylist of decades, people come in and out sick. People have come to me, believe it or not, with fevers. I'm like, really? Anyway, they come to me with fevers and I don't get it. But, every now and then something happens. So I started to feel a tinge of this sickness coming on. And I'm like, no, you are not coming in this body. So I felt like I was down for the count for about 12 hours. So I did take a nap and then I went to bed early that night and I did all my remedies, but my red light therapy was part of it. And even though the one that I have is not the deepest Daddy Mac penetrating, which I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, I did it because I know it helps. And so mine is a neck and chest and face. And it also, I'm telling you guys, it helps me sleep better. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. The next morning, I actually felt pretty good. And so I just have this lingering, I don't know what, see, I'm kind of getting off topic. So let's pull it back into the red light therapy. The red light, typically 620 to 680 nanometers, best for superficial tissue, for the epidermis and the upper dermis. And this can help with fading age spots. It can help give your skin a nice glow. It can help rebuild elasticity and repair collagen. So those are some great things there. Near infrared, which is between 800 and 900 nanometers, penetrates deeper, subcutaneous, and some muscle, hitting some of the muscle and the nerves. So also this can be very effective for patients that have neuropathy. And there's a whole lot of other things that can go along with that as well. But it is definitely something that I would suggest for somebody with neuropathy as well. And then the core mechanism, they call it photobiomodulation. Photobiomodulation, say that fast. 3 times. Photobiomodulation. Can't do it. Leading to improved electron transport, more ATP, and downstream anti-inflammatory signaling. So that's pretty exciting. If you hear my phone, it is because I'm waiting for the vet to call. My pup has a little bit of a problem. You want to meet Flynn? If you haven't met Flynn, I'll bring him over. We need to get a little red light mask for Flynn. This is Flynn, and so unfortunately, in South Carolina where we live, in the backyard, there's red mud. So we try to cover with grass or straw or something, but you still get to the red mud. So our white dog, he ends up stained. Anyways, don't you, buddy? And he is such a boy. He loves to play and romp around our backyard, constantly chasing squirrels and all the things. But he has something going on with his ear, and we thought he had fleas. But lo and behold, I realized he's not scratching at his body, he's scratching at his ear. So he has something going on with his ear, and I have been treating it holistically. I have a salve with some calendula and chamomile, and I put tea tree oil in it and I've been rubbing it. So he actually got a good night's sleep. And I slept in today. We slept in later, didn't we? Because we were exhausted. So, anyways, this is Flynn, and he is 4 and he is precious. And my goal is really to get him to live to at least 20. So 20. So evidence, I looked at PubMed, I looked at Stanford. There's a lot of evidence out there, and I'm having a little problem. I have Invisalign and I am at the tail end. So I think I have 2 weeks left, but I have the buttons on my teeth. So if you have ever wondered, it can cause a little bit of a lisp and your tongue can get tongue-tied sometimes as you're kind of moving around and the teeth are shifting. But my daughter and I have a video coming out soon about our journey with Invisalign, and I think that you will enjoy it because if you've ever considered it, it's something that you can do when you're older and you don't feel like you have your brace face as I have been in the past. Oh, there's the vet. Hold on just one moment. Hello?
Hey there, this is Anna calling from Upstate Spine and Sport.
Yes. So I'm on the wait list for where I get a massage. She's a neuromuscular massage specialist. And oh my gosh, you want to talk about the best massage ever? Anyway, she has gotten me out of, since we're here talking about this, she has gotten me out of so many problems because she knows what she's doing. It's awesome. So they're going to have something available. And you know what? If it's today, I might take it. We'll see. These podcasts are fun. Real life.
Hey there, Kimberly. I'm
Yes,
sorry about
no
that.
problem. No problem.
Hey, I am calling because Michelle had a cancellation for an appointment tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I was wondering if you'd like to take that.
Absolutely.
Okay, amazing. I will go ahead and get you scheduled, and we will see you tomorrow at 2.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I will see you then.
You're welcome.
Okay,
All right, see you
bye-bye.
then.
I'm so excited. So, health is so many different things. It is a puzzle and plugging in the pieces. So, while we're talking about this, and I think that this is kind of how podcasts go, I had a problem with my neck one day. This was several years ago, like maybe 10 years ago. It was so debilitating. And I thought, I'm never going to be okay again. That's honestly how it felt. So I was going to my brother, who's a chiropractor. And of course, it felt amazing, but it wasn't getting better. And he had the most amazing, which she's been my friend since seventh grade, massage therapist. And so I started getting massage and chiropractic care. One day, finally resolved. I just remember I was walking around, I was like, it doesn't hurt anymore. Like just boom. But it took both. It literally took both. It took massage and it took chiropractic care. And both of them would say that they were the answer. Like, this is so much better than massage. And massage would be like, this is so much better than chiropractic care. And I'm like, no, it literally took both. It's a puzzle. Our health can be a puzzle. So what we realized was back then the phone was different. And I usually speak on speaker like this because I don't even want to hold this EMF device to my head. In fact, that's why I have this right here. I ordered, it's supposed to help protect you. I haven't tested it, but apparently there's a lot of tests that prove that it does make a difference. But anyway, so that particular phone, I was holding it like this and walking around the house and doing all the things with the kids and, whatever. Why didn't I think about that? Like this literally caused a huge disability and it all was because of the phone. So one day it just dawned on, it was a conversation that I had with my friend, and she's like, Kimberly, it's your phone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the world? So there's things we do causing these issues, and it's something as simple as that. And so we just have to be aware. This is one of the things that I teach people in my health coaching program is awareness, because there can be things going on that can be easily resolved, but we haven't paid attention to know this is the problem. We've got to learn what the problem is and then hit it at the root cause and quit doing those things. So that was just a side note. That was for free, extra information. The face masks, because we're going to talk about the face masks because, I'm all about aging gracefully and trying to do what I can without injectables. I'm not doing injectables. I'm going to taste this horrible for you pizza.
Good, you have a napkin right there.
Perfect. I just want these two little pieces. Thank you so much. And then I'll have a good healthy smoothie in a minute. Ah,
Crispies.
yes, I want my Krispies. Okay.
It's not, by the way.
Thank you. I'm not a teetotaler. I'm about you know what? I would say most weeks I'm 90-10, but my husband and I, when we were young and I didn't know any better, we loved Totina's pizza. It's really good. So anyway, occasionally he'll get them because he still loves them and he still eats that way. And I just want a bite. So I'm going to take a bite. They're really crispy. Don't judge me too harshly. Okay, back to this. Let me take a drink. I hope I don't lose subscribers after this. It's too honest. It's too honest. So, anti-aging. And when I was 50, which I've talked about this before, but when I turned 50, I was going to give myself Botox. I don't want the sag. I don't want the drag where you look tired. And Anyway, you see so many women that have had it done and they look absolutely stunning. And it's like, I want to look like that. I want to look refreshed. Anyway, so as I did some research, I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. And I'm just not doing it. And then I started noticing some people that after they did it for a while, they looked good in the beginning, but then they started getting addicted to it. And then they just look super tight. And like, I actually have one person that literally looks like, I'm not kidding, Star Trek. And so she's looking like that for a few weeks until it settles down. I'm just not doing that. So then I had started listening to some of the information on Never Talks. I think that's her handle on Instagram. And oh my gosh, I will never, like, it's scary. It's just not worth it to me. So it's like, what can I do? And so I started going through that and I am doing several different things, but I was very interested in the face mask. So what about the face mask? So I'm going to read some information. In controlled trials, red NIR LED treatments improved collagen density, skin roughness, and wrinkle scores. Practical at-home masks typically use between 633 and 660 nanometers, and sometimes NIR 810 to 850. So we can expect cumulative results with consistency. We have to be consistent when wearing the mask for sure. Funny story. Years ago, I bought a very expensive mask. Guys, I waited for a sale because it was over $400. So I waited for a sale. So I think I paid about 300 and something. This was the most uncomfortable mask. And so I would like hold it up, but it started a problem here. So I talked to them about it and they're like, just adjust it. And so I just dilly-dallied too long until I no longer could return it. And I was so disappointed, but I would just like pull it up and you could order eyewear, but if you didn't have the eyewear, it's really hard to read with the light's not blaring, but it wasn't comfortable. So it was only 10 minutes. You could turn it back on to make it 20, but I just didn't do it. And it laid in the drawer and I didn't use it. So I ended up selling it to my daughter. She was very interested in it and she borrowed it several times and she loved it. And she bought it from me for $100 and she still uses it. She uses it consistently and it actually has helped her with her acne. So she used to have some acne on her chin and this has just really cleared up. She definitely notices a glow, which she's beautiful anyways, but it really does work. So mentioning that, I had checked out another mask that was even more expensive. And I was like, I just can't go there. I can't go there. And I don't even know if I would make myself use it. Lo and behold, this company reached out to me and we're going to talk about it. So this was really fun. I'm going to take another bite. So this company, this was so fun. This company reached out to me and they said, hey, would you be interested in trying our mask and giving a review? And I'm like, of course I would be. So this is right up my alley. Well, this is a very inexpensive, sorry, I accidentally turned it on. So they sent me the mask. And first of all, it is very affordable. I couldn't even believe the price point. So if you're interested, I will put the information in the description below and you actually get a discount, making it super inexpensive. It's incredible because this mask is very comparable to the one that I had, except it's actually comfortable. So first of all, it comes in this very nice secure box. And, of course, it comes with an instruction manual. It is wireless. As far as I know, there's not another wireless one out there, but I haven't done a ton of research. I will say this because I'm honest. The battery doesn't last that long, but I don't even care because they send two. So you can always have one charged, so it doesn't matter. And I will get I think I get 2 wears out of the battery life, but then I just plug it in because it's rechargeable, which is super easy. And I have it right here. With the charging cord, just plug that in. It's super easy. But the other thing that I love is the options that it has. First of all, it comes with protective eyewear. And this has been a huge game changer because I read a book at night. I don't love reading, but I make myself because it's good for you. And I can read my book. And so you just put them in, and they're very soft and they don't really touch your eye. No problem with that. I mean, they show people, cleaning their house and stuff with the mask on. I haven't tried that, but I'm not opposed. Anyways, they have 3 different color options. I decided to get black because I like it. I might wear it for Halloween. I think that'd be kind of fun, scare little kids when they come by. This has different options, which the expensive mask that I had did not have different options, and this has different options. So their NIR has 850 nanometers, which is awesome. This is FDA cleared as well, just so that you're comfortable. So that NIR will reach deeper layers. And honey, don't you know, I need the deepest of layers reached. So I love that. And I will wear this mask for 20 minutes at night. And I also, well, let me get past, let me finish with this one first before I move on because I have something else I want to show you. It also has the 630 nanometer, the red light. So when you're using the red light, the battery lasts longer than the NIR. So if you're using the NIR, the battery life isn't going to last quite as long. Works at a cellular level, penetrating up to 2 times deeper. That's the NIR. And then let me show you. So this is how it works. The battery goes right here. And then it turns on. See that? And then you just put it on, and this has very nice Velcro that you can kind of adjust to your size. Isn't that sexy or Halloweenish? I'm not really sure whichever way you want to go with that. And then I see none of the red right here. I could sit here and talk to you guys. We could fall out. I could do a whole entire podcast like this. You know what? That's the deal. Have a whole podcast. I don't have my makeup on. Do this 20 minutes. I get my infrared and the podcast done all at the same time. Wouldn't that be fun? Infrared has shown proof to honestly be relaxing. So it really does help to relax the body. Funny thing, it also helps to energize. Some people wear it in the morning to give energy, and some people wear it at night to help them relax. But that is something very true because I know magnesium is like that. It knows what to do in the morning. It knows what to do at night. And if you think about it, when the sun's coming up in the morning, that's that red line in the sunlight coming up. That's what that is. And then when it goes down at night, same thing, right? When you're on the beach, working with your mitochondria, working with your circadian rhythm. So here's the red, and then you press and you get the blue. And so this is supposed to be more for like acne and skin surface issues. And then we have the orange. It does this much easier when it's on my face, has the orange. And then we have the mix between the blue and the red. So it's a really cute pink or purple, whatever color you want to call that. It is a blend of the two. So you have options, and I think that's awesome for so inexpensive. So just so you know, when you use my links and codes, it's a great way for you to help support my channel and send a little love. And so I became an affiliate for this. As soon as I tried this mask, because I wasn't an affiliate. They're like, hey, you want to try this and will you give us a review? Well, yeah, of course I will. But as soon as I tried it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to want to be an affiliate because this mask is so comfortable. I have nothing. There's nothing on my nose. There's not a light sitting on my nose that is cutting into my nose. There's nothing uncomfortable. In fact, my daughter wore it while she was here. Probably should have cleaned it. Maybe that's why I got sick. Anyway, she wore it while she was here, and she's like, gosh, Mom, that really is super comfortable. She was really surprised, but it's super soft. I think it has 212 lights total, which is very comparable to the other ones on the market. And then I've never had one of these and I was so excited. So they also sent me the neck and chest. So we get to do both. And sometimes if I don't feel like wearing the mask, I'll still wear this. I'm telling you, it truly does help me sleep better. And there is science that has studied that has shown the reasons why. Let me get that back up there. But it's super easy. This one is not wireless, but I'll have my robe on or something and just put I'm laying down, but if I'm walking around, I'll have my robe on. I just put the battery in my pocket. And this one has all the options as well. I strap it as tight as I can because I want that red light sucker close. Do the work, guys, do the work. And then I just tuck it in. If I have something on, I just tuck it in. So put it down your shirt. And then here's the battery. So you just turn it on. Gives you the choice of 10 or 20 minutes. 10, 20. Oh, it's going. I'm sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. 20. Of course, I'm going to choose 20. You know it. And then you have the, I'm going to turn around because this is red light. Again, remember the red light uses less battery life. I don't know. I just want the NIR all the time. We're going through for the gusto. We're just going to get it done. But anyway, red light. So it has red light L, the NIR, and then it has the red H, the yellow. Isn't that cool? So I am super impressed with these products, and I'm really thankful that they chose me to help represent the company because I love it. See? Crunchy. I want to know. Let me take a drink. Does it gross you out when you hear people chewing? It grosses my daughter out. She's like, I can't stand it. It's so disgusting. And then you have the ASMR people, and they actually search for that. I don't get it. But anyways, but then there's people that love to hear dogs chew. They can't stand to hear a person chew, but they love hearing a dog crunch. I don't know. But anyway, back to the story. So this has red L and red H. So let's talk about the difference. The red L means red low. So that's going to be around 630 nanometers. And then the H is the high. So higher power, more photons hitting the skin. Guys, I want all the photons I can get. That's all I'm saying. So the red L would be good for sensitive skin for beginners. And then the H would be targeting fine lines, deeper skin effects. That's what I thought. So the session time with the low could be a little bit longer, and then you don't need to take as long with the red H. Anyways, customizable, you do you. It's just something I want to talk about today because it's a great thing to get into your life. I highly recommend it. One day I do want one of those lights that you can put on the wall and just go sit by it that rocks your world with deep penetration and really getting into the joint. I try to think about what is actually going to work for me. I'm very different because I go, which is, I'm not proud of that. I need to learn to relax more. But for me to lay like this is great because I can do things because of the protection. So I can read. So I'm not thinking about it. But for me to lay on a mat for 25 minutes a day, it's just probably not going to happen. I'm just not going to make myself do it. We used to have one of those inversion tables, and they are fantastic. They're so good for your body to really help decompress. Guys, we sold it because it just sat there. Nobody got on it. It takes time. So I try to be practical. What's going to work for me? So I have to be practical in my routines and the things that I do. And this mask has been a game changer because I actually do it and I'm really enjoying it. And I do feel like I am noticing some changes. I do feel like these age spots are lightening. And I do feel like I have a little bit more of a glow these days. So I'll keep track and we'll continue to see what happens. But think about red light as a choice, or in near infrared light as a choice to be part of the puzzle if you are trying to prevent disease, overcome disease, sickness, illness. It's a great thing to have into your life. So I want to thank you guys again for being here. And again, please leave me a comment. And I would like to know, are you enjoying the podcast style? Is that something that I should do more of? And what are some of the topics that you would enjoy hearing that helps me to kind of know how to move forward as I'm really trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up? Because I love so many things, but you can really wear yourself out if you don't hone it in. So I'm trying to hone it in and figure that out. And you guys have a lot to say about that, and that really does matter. So please share this information with others that you know would benefit from it. And again, if you're interested in the mask that I use, I will put all the information in the description below so you can purchase yours too. Extremely affordable. And you guys have a great day. Bye.